Move forward, and Bangladesh has raised long-standing issues with Pakistan during their first Foreign Secretary level talks in 15 years held in Dhaka. Bangladesh demanded a public apology from Pakistan for the atrocities committed during the 1971 war and called for compensation of $4.3 billion as its share of joint assets after East Pakistan became an independent nation. Pakistan's foreign ministry described the meeting as a constructive and forward-looking engagement in a cordial environment, covering the full range of bilateral issues from politics and trade to cultural exchange and defence cooperation. Bangladesh's Foreign Secretary Jashim Uddin has announced that Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar is scheduled to visit Bangladesh on April the 27th and 28th, with hopes that direct flights between the two countries will begin soon. Meanwhile, Bangladesh's ties with India have become increasingly tense. Bangladesh's interim leader, Nobel Peace Prize laureate Muhammad Yunus, has criticised India for sheltering former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the country and sought her extradition without any positive response. Yunus has meanwhile sought to improve relations with Pakistan, India's rival, in recent months. He met Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif several times, and a high-level Bangladeshi military delegation made a rare visit to Pakistan in January and held talks with Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir. In February, Bangladesh's Navy took part in a multinational maritime exercise organised by Pakistan off the Karachi coast. After Hasina's exit, Bangladesh and Pakistan resumed direct trading for the first time in years. Direct flights between the countries are expected to resume soon, and visa procedures have been eased while India stopped visas for Bangladeshis exempt for medical emergencies. The central government of India has also announced the withdrawal of the transshipment facility previously extended to Bangladesh. India's Ministry of External Affairs withdrew the facilities, citing logistical challenges and congestion at Indian ports and airports. Well, joining us to discuss these developments is Prashanta Kumar Shil, an academic and a political commentator joining us from Dhaka in Bangladesh. Well, thank you, Prashanta, for being here. We first need to look at these relations between Bangladesh and Pakistan. Can you provide us some more insights on these relations and these conversations that are ongoing and have been ongoing since the fall of Sheikh Hasina?
Definitely, it's a very strategic relations between in Bangladesh and Pakistan. First of all, let us discuss from our foreign policy. You know that the Bangladesh foreign policy is very strict and sticks to all malicious none. But what will happen, we see that the Bangladesh and Pakistan relation after 1970, you know that the 1970 when there is an independent from, we just got independent from Pakistan. So there is an how brutality from here, from we do understand, the world understand what is happening in 1970 world. So that is one kind of issue, and that is a very strong concern between the rebel condition from Pakistan and Bangladesh. You know that the 1971 one is the factor. And another thinking, you know that the present time, we see that the present government have very good concern relation between in Bangladesh and Pakistan. It's a very strategic relation. You know that in Bangladesh, there is some ideological parties are here. So some of the vote bank issues are in here. So that kind of party can address in Pakistan political identity and Pakistan political hegemony. But that is the one kind of issue, the vote bank scenario in here. So you know that the terms of it's happening from secretary level meeting. This and after in 15 years later. So you know that is a actually is a very wonderful very thinking for everyone, because you know that in South Asia there's two majority Muslim countries are just sitting beside the table. So that's one kind of new thinking for another and world politics also. And the happening, the inner of the box story here, you see that there, the what they can from deal from Bangladesh and Pakistan, you see that there is a trade, commerce and everything, and also in maritime. You know that the maritime exchange here. So I think it's a very Bangladesh, Pakistan now the deal is not from the South Asian issues, it's a deal from a global aspect, the global phenomenal aspect. What is happening? What the reaction between the USA, what the reaction between the China and what the reaction between and the Russia. So what is the planning to see the world, what is happening the next decades, to see that what the Bangladesh and Pakistan relation, how important it is, and what is then happening. You know that the 5th August from 2024, you know that the Sheikh Hasina, he can flee from in India. So that is in some very crucial relations from Bangladesh and India. So now the what is happening and how India can react. The number one, the point, and what the situation can Bangladesh can deal within Pakistan. So it's a happening for Bangladeshi people. You know that there's some sophisticated, some bargaining issues already. Bangladesh can mention there's some you know that the money can we are just and demand from money from 1971, and after that the time from Pakistan, and also we have a very strong argument to possess in Pakistan, that is from apology for our independence. So I think is that the whole story, whole concept is a new thinking, a new dimension from the world politics, and the world determine and have a very crystal clear identification for that whole story.
Yes, Prashanta, I do want to look at this apology. Though conversations have been had and diplomacy seems to be improving, there is a point here that Bangladesh are looking for an apology for, and that relates to the Liberation War of 1971. They want an apology for what they're calling a genocide, with Pakistan seemingly willing to hold these discussions. What's the significance of this liberation war, and how would an apology go in continuing to build these relations between Bangladesh and Pakistan?
You know that I already mentioned that is in the Bangladesh Pakistan this time the meeting is not from economic ball meeting, it's not from development based meeting, it's a one kind of political narrative meeting. You know that is in Bangladesh, there is some approaching from the Pakistan-related hegemony is created. Some of the political parties are here. They are the totally engrossed in Pakistan identity and ideology. So that is the one kind of vote bank politics. So one kind of thinking. And you know that the question, the general people in Bangladesh, they have a very sophisticated mind, the genocide of the Bangladesh in 1971. What the Pakistani military and other the Pakistani the occupied island. What is happening from 1972? We have been clustered in mind. We have a very sophisticated, very hard corner of the 1971. People are know and people are thinking, but the present time, you know, the present time that there is some situation, some volatile situation is created here. That the Pakistan hegemony is come. The some political Pakistani narratives here. So I think it's a very new dimension for Bangladesh. How Bangladesh can it be coped with, and how the Bangladesh can be privileged in the world politics and world game, because you know that there's some narrative aspect in Pakistan versus in Bangladesh. The world politics scenario, what what it is will be played, is the correct or incorrect, is very good for Bangladesh, not good for Bangladesh. Is that happening? You know that already we see the last week from transshipment issues from India already mentioned from transshipment issues. So we see that there are some issues we haven't found the next some months, because there is some impact, the direct impact from, because in Bangladesh and Pakistan relation. I think this is my observation. And also, you know that the Pakistan is this time the Pakistan, the political condition is too much volatile. You know that there's some the conflict, some of the ideological conflict are there, and some the politically they have been from desperate. You know that there's some protests from the several areas from Pakistan, especially in the Baluch. The Baluch people are from protest from this government. And also, you know that in China there is some the campaign, anti-Chinese campaign from in Pakistan. So that is one kind of another issue. So Pakistan is already collapsing their some ethnical and ideological clashes, and their economic is already collapsed. So how you can just deal with that kind of country from Bangladesh? What is the scenario you deal from Bangladesh and Pakistan? So the behind the story, I already mentioned there is some political narrative. You talk about the development issue, trade issues, visa issues, and everything. That is one kind of factor.
Yes, Prashanta, I apologise to have to cut you off, but we are unfortunately out of time. We will continue to cover the diplomacy between Bangladesh, Pakistan, and also those relations with India as well. And NewsX World is your place